It's September, which means it is now Halloween time at Disneyland once again, and there are some things that are brand new this season. There's some returning favorites. Let's jump right in and take a look at some of the awesome offerings that Disney has this year.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to RTD Adventures. My name's Jacob.
And I'm Brian.
And we're jumping in right into Halloween. It seems like it's a little early, but it's not. It's September, so it's Halloween season. And in Disneyland, the place is decorated. I'm talking Disneyland, DCA, Downtown Disney. Decorations are everywhere. Oogie Boogie Bash. There's lots of cool things coming this season.
So the decorations are awesome, and it really puts you in the Halloween spirit. So this is great if you've been to Disneyland before, or even if you haven't. This is a wonderful new experience that really sets apart from the standard Disneyland experience. If you're thinking about traveling to Disneyland in the Halloween season, then you better be prepared because everything is absolutely decked out. Like Jacob said, the decorations are the first thing you're going to notice, but then a lot of the standard attractions are overlaid, as well as different characters to meet. There's just so much Halloween everywhere you look. It's impossible to miss it once you're there in the right season.
And over in DCA, one thing, like Brian said, you can't miss is the giant Oogie Boogie kind of overlooking you with all these bats flying up. It's incredible. He might even spot you, might even talk about what kind of shirt you're wearing. I'm pretty sure it's just a generic thing that he does, but it's pretty cool. They see him going, "Hey, you there in the yellow shirt. Yeah, you." It's awesome. And then we got the Hall-O-Ween in Radiator Springs. So you're gonna probably see different cars dressed like different, costumes. And at the front, usually there's a picture opportunity with a Buzz Lightyear car and then a Woody car. So they're also decked out and ready to greet you as well.
And of course, the attractions at Disneyland are one of the biggest draws for people. And not to mention the fireworks show itself is incredible, but at Halloween time, you really have to see this spectacle. So during this season, it's the Halloween Screams fireworks show and projections show. So during the week, it's a projection show, and then on certain days on the weekends, you have the fireworks that accompany it. This one is awesome because you get some really cool projections on the castle itself. You even get Zero, the ghost.
I love Zero.
Dog ghost?
Dog ghost.
From the Nightmare Before Christmas. And he's actually flying across the vista from the castle to the Matterhorn. So it's a really cool show. This is one that you want to set time aside to check out.
Yeah, don't miss it. All right, and one of my all-time favorite overlays is the Haunted Mansion, which actually gets taken over by Jack Skellington, so it becomes the Nightmare Before Christmas, which is a kind of a fan classic, something everybody looks forward to between the seasons of Halloween and Christmas. So also, what do you think? Is it a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie? I think it's a Halloween movie.
It's kind of both.
It's a little both.
Yeah. And if you love the Haunted Mansion as much as we do, check out this awesome shirt from Flying House Threads. We're going to leave a link in the description down below. And to go along with all the theming, you also have characters in costumes. Now, we do get Jack and Sally, of course. You get to meet them. So they're characters that are only out this time of season. But on Main Street, you're going to find Mickey and the friends in their Halloween costumes. And they've got some really cool things. It's going to be unique photo opportunities. The lines do get long for this one, but it's something that's worth your while if you love to meet the characters. And one of my favorite rides in the Disneyland Resort is Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, which changes after 3 p.m. during this season to Monsters After Dark. So it's still a Guardians of the Galaxy ride, but it takes place directly after the Guardians have escaped and all the monsters are loose and Rocket is trying to get you to safety. So there's different monsters and different videos that you're watching and different music all together. So it's a fun, unique experience. Me personally, I like the original better just because I think the music makes a huge difference on the ride itself. But it is a very cool attraction that's different enough that you want to check it out, even if it's just once.
Would you say it's a little scarier?
I would say it's slightly scarier. I don't know. I mean, if you're scared of the drop itself, that's not going to change. But
right.
The monsters are not really that much scarier, in my opinion.
Also, another treat during the season is Coco invading Paradise Gardens over in the back of DCA. So they have the Plaza de la Familia. So there's lots of different activities, crafts, musical performances. You might even see Miguel and his family out singing and doing different dancing. The Plaza de la Familia is awesome because they ask you to write down kind of like a memory or something fun with family that may have passed, just like really fun things like that. And you get to hang up those messages. So it's pretty cool, a little craft time with your family and amazing performances as well.
And returning this year by popular demand is the Happiest Haunts guided tour that takes you around different spots in Disneyland and highlights some of the more Halloween themed things that are in the park. And it's gonna give you a unique perspective about the way Halloween is celebrated in Disneyland. So this tour includes a 2-hour walking tour across Disneyland, gives you a history of Halloween and Halloween tales specific to the different Disney experiences. You get expedited access to the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, and you get reserved viewing for the Halloween Screams Nighttime Spectacular. Also included is a photo op with the hitchhiking ghosts and a special Happiest Haunts guided tour pen.
And a Halloween themed treat. Now, imagine your favorite treat in Disneyland. And imagine it pumpkin flavored, because this season is full of treats that are pumpkin flavored, and usually they can be found almost anywhere you could find those favorite treats of yours.
And a special shout out to the pumpkin pie dip churro. This one is my absolute favorite dessert, maybe tied with Darth by Chocolate.
Wow,
so that's something. This is amazing. So there's a churro cart between the Matterhorn and Small World, and that's where you locate this pumpkin pie dip churro. If you love pumpkin, go out of your way because this is a must-have.
If you don't like pumpkin, try it anyways.
Good point. And another new thing this year is reserved dining packages for the Halloween Screams fireworks show. So this is going to be at the Plaza Inn, and you're going to get an assortment of sweet treats. You get select beverages that are included with this package. You also get a commemorative lanyard. And like I said, with the dining package, it's reserved seating. So you don't have to worry about fighting the crowds for this fireworks show. So it might be worth the price just for the reserved seating itself.
And something that is making its big return is the Oogie Boogie Bash. It's an incredible ticketed event, so it's very limited. So make sure you get those tickets because there are going to be less people in the park. Special character interactions, amazing treats, of course, that you get to. It's amazing. You get to meet new characters, and some characters are actually specifically in this event that you could take pictures with that you may not have seen around the park during the day.
Yeah, this is a really cool event that is specific to Halloween time and is really focused on the villains. So most of the villains you see in this event are characters you don't get to see at any other time in the parks. They make special appearances just for this, and they have the trick-or-treat trails where you get to actually interact with a lot of these characters. But one of the drawbacks for Oogie Boogie Bash is it sells out really, really quickly. It's out already.
It's out already.
Yeah. Before we even thought to make this video, it was already sold out. So more or less what you're gonna do if you want to go to the Oogie Boogie Bash, you need to plan ahead for next year.
Yep.
So tickets go on sale months ahead of time. Disney will make announcements ahead, usually in the summer, but you've got to buy those tickets as they go on sale, day of. Okay, if you're not there buying the tickets, then you're out of luck. Just something to keep in mind. If you want to go to Oogie Boogie Bash, and we do recommend it because this is one of the better after dark events that Disney hosts, you just got to plan ahead for this one as far in advance as possible.
Next year. And for those that do plan to travel during this time of year, whether it's this year or next year, is just know that Halloween really does rival Christmas, especially in Disneyland when it comes to crowds and popularity. Definitely just be ready to expect some crowds. That's all I'm going to say about that, just because there's always crowds in Disneyland, but especially during these seasons though, specifically Halloween, it can get really busy.
And September crowds are noticeably smaller than October. Doesn't mean that it's not busy, but the closer you get to Halloween, typically the more the crowds will increase. Now, Oogie Boogie Bash is such a big event that goes on all throughout the months of September and October at Disneyland. You need to be aware of the dates, even if you're not planning on attending the Oogie Boogie Bash itself, because this affects the times that California Adventure is open. So since the Oogie Boogie Bash starts at 6 p.m., DCA actually closes down to make room just for the people in those ticketed, or that have the tickets for that event. So you need to be aware of the dates. We're gonna list those on screen. And if you're planning on going during the time, maybe have a park hopper that day or plan to be in Disneyland during one of those Oogie Boogie Bash times. And as an added note, when DCA closes down early, a lot of other people will probably be thinking along the same lines as the park hopper tip, and the crowds do migrate over that direction. So just be aware of that. The crowds do get bigger at the end of the night on Oogie Boogie Bash days at Disneyland.
And because of how popular the season is, don't be surprised to see the Haunted Mansion or the Nightmare Before Christmas at insanely long wait times, especially compared to normal. I'm talking like 2 hours plus. I was there for this time of year once, and that line left Haunted Mansion and went out along the rivers of America, and it was crazy. So we decided to do a fast pass. Normally we wouldn't for Haunted Mansion, but we decided to use Lightning Lane for that ride specifically. So be ready for that line. It is very popular.
And if you are there in the mornings, I would recommend actually rope dropping Haunted Mansion.
Yes.
Not normally something you would do the rest of the year, but for the Halloween time, definitely consider it. And here's a Disney Genie Plus tip for you in California Adventure. Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout and Guardians of the Galaxy Monsters After Dark are considered different attractions in the app as far as the lightning lanes are concerned. So you can actually make a lightning lane reservation twice, once for each version of the attraction if you're paying attention to when the times pop up.
And another thing to be aware of, especially during this Halloween season, is the giant Mickey pumpkin will be there for photos all day. So just know that in the evenings, that's when that thing lights up. But it's a wonderful picture opportunity that is seasonal. So make sure you do get a really nice picture with that. And you could even stay till, up to after midnight if you're, planning on, getting that photo, but PhotoPass won't be available, especially at that time. So just be aware of that, but get that photo.
And just a quick note on that photo as well, the lines are going to be long. Expect to wait. So are you thinking about visiting during the Halloween season? I would highly recommend it. I've been there during the Halloween season. I know Jacob's been there. We both really enjoyed our trips, but while this used to be considered the off season, it is definitely not that anymore. So if you're thinking about taking a trip to Disneyland to celebrate the Halloween season, what you need to do is call our friends at Getaway Today, because they can hook you up with the best travel packages and make sure that you hit all the attractions and all the hot spots to celebrate Halloween the right way. So if you are interested in booking your trip through Getaway Today, you can either call the number on the screen, 1-855-GETAWAY, or we're gonna put a link in the description down below. Tell them RTD Adventures sent you, and you'll get the best deal on your next Disneyland vacation.
All right, so has anybody been there during that time? Let us know below. What was your favorite memory? What was your favorite treat?
And if you're looking for some more information about some of the stuff offered in Disneyland, we're gonna link a video to last year's vacation that my wife and I got to experience some of the awesome eats that Disneyland and California Adventure have to offer. So we just wanna give a big shout out. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. Give us a like, share, and subscribe. And just like always,
thanks for watching.